with your pick. I said, John Charles, centre-half, or John Charles, centre-forward. Take a pick.
Fantastic when you think that we've played 38 matches, only lost 2, 61 points, and Liverpool are still behind us.
And Clark going in, and Alan Clark has put Leeds ahead.
Leeds United have won by 3 goals to 2.
Nice to strike. Wonderful goal. Wonderful Yeboah.
Sends an across from the right. There's Dunkley. He scored this time. And it is his first goal for Leeds United.
Leeds have turned it around. Leeds are in front. It's captain Jermaine Bamford with the goal. And there ends Leeds United. League One nightmare.
And welcome to a brand new era at Ellen Road. This team never gives up. This team are just awesome.
Leeds United's lineup we'll run through in just a moment. It's very straightforward with Leeds in the league these days. Basically, they're unchanged. A couple of changes to the Wigan Athletic side. It was in action here in midweek in losing a Carabao Cup game against Stoke City. And when Leeds United came here, of course, last season, they left this stadium as victors. The first side to have won at the DW Stadium through the course of the Championship campaign last time around. That wasn't until November. And Wigan lost just 3 more games from that point onwards through the rest of the season. So what you deduce from all of that is they are strong at home. We shall see how strong they are, perhaps through the course of the next 90 minutes or so. Alongside me, Ben Parker. Ben, this does have the look of a tricky fixture, doesn't it?
Yeah, good afternoon, Bryn. Good afternoon to everybody else. It does, and that stat you just came up with there, being the first team last season to beat Wigan, not until November at home. Quite surprising, to be honest, because I always put Wigan down as like a yo-yo team where they probably win a game, lose a game, don't have much consistency to the form. But like you say, the onus is on our players to go out and produce what they have done so far this season, because I think we've been excellent. We've dictated games, and I know Marcelo Bielsa came out after the Nottingham Forest game, and we were really pleased with that performance in terms of not giving chances away. But we all know football, you've got to take them at the other end. So I'm looking forward to seeing just the continuity of the Bamford down the middle, the rotation of Klich, Adam Forshaw, the 2 wide men with obviously Pablo Hernandez rolling in off the line, just to create that uncertainty in the Wigan's defence, and with Sam Morsy coming into midfield just to move those bodies around.
Let's have a look at that Leeds United lineup then. No changes, as we said, from the Nottingham Forest 11. So Casilla in goal, Douglas, Forshaw, White, Cooper the captain, Bamford, Dallas, Hernandez, Harrison, Phillips and Klich. Just one little change on the bench there, where the new replacement goalkeeper Ilian Meslier comes into the replacements lineup on the bench. The Wigan side, a couple of unfamiliar faces in terms of their starting 11 as well, as Kipre Moore comes into the side for his first start, and Sam Morsy, an important player for them, Egyptian international, comes back into the team. He's fit again, hasn't played yet this season, has had a hamstring injury. Also Joe Williams, who was signed from Everton in the summer, also gets a start in the league, having impressed in that midweek cup defeat. So those are the 2 lineups for you. 2 minutes to go to the top of the hour, and the atmosphere is very much building here. I think the atmosphere will largely be created from the away end to our left-hand side, because the other areas of the ground are relatively sparsely populated in comparison.
Great to see the travelling away support. Not always the biggest support coming to Wigan, but year on year out when we do play and come into the DW, like you said, to us left-hand side, not a spare seat in that away section, full stand taken, and as the players are getting into the little pre-match huddle there, they'll know, they'll feel that support. It gives you such an extra boost. Sometimes, obviously, can be said you don't really need a boost, but it certainly does help when you look behind you, you see them fans roaring you on. And we saw the passion, we saw the dedication last year when that famous clip where Wigan went on a counter-attack and there were 7-8 bodies around it within the space of seconds. So good memory from last year.
Of that game, not such good memories of the last meeting between these two, of course, in late April.
Yeah, we'll swiftly move on from that, Bryn. New season.
That's the last time it'll be mentioned, but I wonder whether the word revenge has been bandied around at all. We shall see, maybe in terms of what transpires over the next 90 minutes. It's 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon and Leeds United are about to kick off a game. This will never catch on, will it?
It's proper football, Bryn. Saturday 3 o'clock, can't beat it.
Season seems to be well underway and this is Leeds' first traditional kick-off time. Who do we blame for that? Patrick Bamford over the ball for Leeds, and Patrick Bamford it is indeed who gets the game underway for the away side. So Leeds United are kicking from left to right. That means that the huge army of travelling supporters is behind Kiko Casilla and right behind the team, obviously. Very earliest stages see Wigan looking to launch an attack. Forshaw tries to get quickly into a challenge. Moore on debut gets the ball out to the left-hand side, lifted up into the penalty area. The cross is too deep from Anthony Robinson, and it sails out over the far side touchline from left to right for a Leeds United throw-in, midway between corner flag and edge of penalty area.
Well played.
Leeds playing a little triangle to get the ball out of a pressure position in defence and try and set Patrick Bamford away. He can't quite get there, but there's still opportunities for Leeds through Forshaw and now Harrison. Harrison left-hand side, clattered to the ground. Leeds have their first free kick, and this is a good opportunity to get an early ball into the penalty area.
From Wigan's point of view, the thought they'd had is where they wanted him right in that far corner with a throw-in. Like you said, Bryn, a little triangle, comfortable in possession, was straight out. Patrick put a bit of pressure on the centre half, forced him to boot out high, but we're on the second balls. Adam Forshaw forced an early free kick out wide.
Yeah, out wide left side. Phillips stands over the ball. Two-man Wigan wall is 2 or 3 yards outside of the penalty area. So chance to cross rather than a chance to shoot. And the bigger lads have all come up for the set piece. In it comes towards the goalkeeper. Oh! Well, I said a chance to cross rather than a chance to shoot. The ball actually bounced in the 6-yard box and just past the goalkeeper's left-hand post. He was all at sea there, the Wigan keeper, David Marshall, hugely experienced goalkeeper. But that was a moment of indecision that almost cost the home team.
What a delivery by Calvin Phillips. He's really come on leaps and bounds with his delivery. I know he's been working ever so hard at it when I spoke to him in the week. Sure, that's so unlucky with that header. I just didn't get quite enough. I just missed it in total, but great ball in by Calvin.
Any sort of touch there.
Yeah.
And that had to be a goal.
It's those balls as defenders you hate to defend against. That corridor's uncertainty, we call it.
And the goalkeeper there was as hesitant as his defensive helpers. Hernandez near side on the halfway line. Ball bounces over his head. Bamford comes to help him out. Bit of a scrap going on between Bamford and Joe Williams. Then the ball is hooked forward by Jacobs. And Cooper tidies up defensively for Leeds to go back to Casilla. Interesting to have a look how Wigan line up at the start of this game. They're trying to put pressure on those defensive Leeds United players. We're seeing an example of that at this very moment. Cooper rides one challenge and then knocks the ball into touch under pressure to concede a throw-in.
Yeah, we have Kipre more up top. Lee Evans, number 8, just playing close to him, trying to put the pressure on the two centre-halves, just to stop his rhythm. It's one of these things we know we're going to come up against if the team's going to do that. Try and use that extra man in midfield with Calvin trying to make that little triangle.
Leeds still having to defend at the moment as a cross comes in from Lee Evans, spins up into the hands of Casilla, and that's easy for the Leeds keeper. Dressed all in orange today, not the blue and yellow outfit, because Wigan are playing in blue and green. Leeds all in white. Hernandez out to the right-hand side to Bamford. And Leeds will hope to win themselves a throw-in. They get nothing. Wigan get a goal kick. And the moment of pressure has been relieved.
Great strike by Kiko there. Pinpoint, 70 yards straight to Patrick's feet. It's always good when your keeper can produce that, because you know the counter-attack is always on. And that's why our front players are always alive. They're always busy. They never switch off. Patrick just giving them a big thumbs up there. No, it's always on.
Matchday Live on LUTV, brought to you by Deliveroo Food Freedom. 5 minutes on the clock. And the scoreboard reads Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 0. Leeds free kick just outside of the centre circle. Andy Madley is the match referee. Forshaw out to the left-hand side. Harrison can't keep the ball in play, but it takes a touch off Nathan Byrne on its way, so it's a Leeds throw-in. Harrison gets the header back from Klich. Now Forshaw short pass to Douglas and Phillips. Phillips slips a little, but the ball does arrive at the feet of Cooper. Now Phillips again. Now Klich. And the first big chorus of marching on together booms out from that away end.
Thought got away with a quick one there, a little quick free kick. Nice bright play though, like that.
Harrison trying to make progress down the left-hand side, was stopped by the referee's whistle as Leeds are brought back for a free kick, which Phillips swings from one side to the other. Hernandez has to stretch to keep the ball in play, just about manages to do that as well. Now Dallas on the left of the penalty area, headed out to the penalty area. Kiefer Moore coming back to help out in a more defensive role for Wigan, but Leeds are on the attack again. Klich near side, can't keep the ball in play, just ran away from him there and over the near side touchline, and it will be a Wigan Athletic throw-in, which will be taken by the American player Anthony Robinson. Level with the edge of the Wigan box, as we predicted. All the noise is coming from the end away to our left-hand side. Phillips in midfield on the halfway line, wins the ball from Evans, then loses out, and there's a foul committed against Joe Williams, who makes a rather theatrical fall to the floor, but the job is done as far as the referee's concerned. He's convinced, and Wigan do have the free kick just outside of the centre circle.
Just when the ball goes up to Moore, it's probably not even the first challenge you have to be aware of. It's like the little flick-ons, the second balls.
He's 6'5", and he's just won a header for Wigan on the edge of the penalty area there, tidied up by Barry Douglas. Now Harrison left side of the box, up to the halfway line. Bamford with Byrne close to his back. Wigan get the ball back just inside the Leeds half. The Rugby League marking still on the pitch from a Super League game last night.
Excellent, Cooper.
Pitch is in excellent condition, and the challenge, as Ben suggests, by Cooper is excellent as well. Ball forward to Harrison. Harrison infield to Forshaw, midway inside the Wigan half, up to the edge of the area and into the area for Bamford. Low drive from Patrick Bamford. Skids away, skims away across the face of goal. Nobody coming in a white shirt who maybe could have made contact to make that something slightly better than it was.
The first 7 minutes so we've played, Bryn, every time we've injected a little bit of tempo into us passing, we've cut open the Wigan midfield, and that's what you've got to do when we've got the two blockers, the two holding midfielders. Sometimes it can be easy for them if you're not moving the ball at a tempo, but like I said, that's 2-3 times we have done it. Adam Forshaw, he's had an excellent start to the season, by the way. A little reverse pass to Patrick. Unlucky to not get on target, but good build-up play.
Players battling away in the midfield area. This time the ball goes back into the Wigan half. Then it's picked up by Klich, who's happy just to launch this one over the top. It's too far ahead of Bamford for him to consider giving chase, and indeed it bounces away harmlessly on the far side for a Wigan throw-in, fairly deep in their own half. So chance still for Leeds to put some pressure on, keep some pressure on. It's the fullback on the right-hand side who will take the throw-in for Wigan. Down the line it goes from Byrne, but only onto the head of Douglas. Phillips battles away with Moore. Physical mismatch in the midfield. Hernandez tries to play the ball to Dallas, who appears to be held up in his forward run there. Referee Mr. Madley doesn't see anything untoward. Leeds have to defend with Cooper doing well under pressure from Evans. Back it goes to Casilla. Casilla up to this near side, and Dallas infield with a little nod down to Klich, and Klich in turn to Hernandez. And now great approach play by Leeds, and Dallas is brought tumbling down by Williams, and that is going to be a yellow card for Joe Williams. He argues that the challenge on him earlier was of a similar nature and didn't get a yellow card, but I think that was more cynical because there was a move building there for Leeds and he stopped it.
And what a move it was, Bryn, by the way. Started the ball out from Kiko, but initial to that, very important today, the two centre-halves cover each other, because you're going to expect more, big lad going to win his headers, keep covering each other.
Ball's played out to the far side, and Douglas holds the ball up level with the edge of the Wigan box, then comes infield to Cooper, who's quite a way forward for Leeds, and under pressure has to go back into his own half to Ben White, who's made such a neat and tidy start to the season for his new club. Now Hernandez Switches play to the left side. Harrison's making the run. It's short of Harrison though. Wigan can clear. Up to the halfway line, over the halfway line, and then into touch from the left foot of Liam Cooper. So it will be a Wigan throw-in. 10 minutes coming up on the clock. Wigan 0, Leeds United 0. You're only here to watch the Leeds, the away fans suggest.
Certainly are, aren't we, Bryn?
Well, the home fans haven't responded to deny that. Wigan have a free kick now on the far side, midway inside the Leeds half, just in from the touchline, kicking towards those Leeds United supporters. To a man, woman and child up on their feet behind the goal. Free kick to be taken by the Welsh international, Lee Evans, former Sheffield United man. Quite a surprise when he signed for Wigan, given the part he'd been playing in Sheffield United's successes. But it is Lee Evans who delivers towards the far side of the penalty area now. It's too long, it would appear. Just about kept in play by Shea Dunkley. Dunkley gets a throw in as a result of a Phillips challenge.
Done well there, Calvin, just to stay alive, because sometimes ball goes to you, not switch off, but you just think danger has gone slightly. Just followed him out. This is where you've got to be careful. Like I said, it's not the first one, it's the second, third phase you've got to be careful of.
Well, Moore's gone to the near post and Robinson will try and find him with a long throw. Well headed away by Cooper. Comes back to the edge of the box. The shot is driven in by Williams and takes a deflection, and the game has its first corner kick, and that does rouse the home supporters to raise hands in applause to greet the opportunity that Wigan now have to get the ball into the Leeds penalty area, to push central defenders up perhaps. Fox, one of the central defenders, has come to the near side to have a word with the corner taker. Evans. Looks like something that's been worked on this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts in the Leeds United penalty area to be marked. And now a 6th as Michael Jacobs makes his way towards the 6-yard box. Yes, it is a worked on corner. Fox takes it in towards the near post, and Bamford is waiting there to head the ball behind for another corner kick. Unusual little routine that, where Evans stepped over the ball like a step over from a free kick, and Fox it was instead who swung the ball in, but dealt with by Bamford, temporarily at least. And now the referee steps in because there's a little bit of jostling inside the 6-yard box going on. Sammy Morsy's involved, the Wigan skipper. Ben White's going to have a say. He's ushered Klich away as Wigan want to take a quick free kick as everything calms down. Again, it's Evans and Fox, and again Fox gets the ball as Evans steps over it. This time it goes very deep indeed, so deep that it carries out to the far touchline and over the far touchline. Well, if that is all worked on, as it must have been, it was a bit of a waste of time. Ball down the channel for Bamford to chase at the other end. He slides to the ground, the ball goes back to David Marshall, the Scottish international goalkeeper, up and over the halfway line. Good battle going on between Moore and Cooper. Ball comes forward towards Casilla. Casilla with a man on his back is very relaxed before he decides that he better drop on the ball just to prevent the Wigan attacker picking up possession unexpectedly. Leeds have possession on the near side through Hernandez now. Infield it goes. It's left by Forshaw. Almost found Bamford as a result of that little dummy.
Close on it, Bryn, as well. Could see he was on the nice little dummy. Just had a bit too much to Bamford's right, but going back to the corner, there were a lot of movement in the box from Wigan players, but I'd say our boys stuck to the job superbly. And when you come against teams like Wigan, sometimes they might just play for set pieces, but similar to Tuesday night against Salford, we had a big side, big players. They stuck to the job ever so well, like defensively, didn't switch off one little bit. More the same today, because like I say, we keep clean sheets, we're going to win football matches because we're all going to create chances, we're going to score goals. Just keep that back door shut, and the work ever so hard. Starts from Bamford, Phillips to your midfield to your back four. Work hard for each other.
Wigan clinched survival last season as a result of that game that we said we weren't going to mention again at Ellen Road in April. That's it definitely now. Leeds playing their way out to defence. Hernandez, now Klich to Forshaw. Bamford surely tugged back there as he tries to make a forward run, and he is pulled back, and it is a Leeds United free kick, and arms are spread wide in protest from Leeds United players. as they were building something nice there, and it was again curtailed by the fact that there was a foul. And they've got to start again with a set piece when they had space and they had a bit of progress and a bit of momentum going behind the attack.
Some of the one-touch passing there, it's a delight to watch. Playing with real confidence, real quality as well. Just zipping it about.
Overcast and just a little cool now. We've had rain, we've had sunshine, we've had the lot again, just like last Saturday here at Wigan this afternoon. As Barry Douglas lines up a left-footed free kick into the edge of the area. Not the best free kick he's ever taken. It dropped short and was cleared away by Fox, but Leeds do have a throw-in as a result, which Hernandez has come to the near side to take. Or I was going to leave it to Dallas, and then Hernandez did take it. Forshaw, quick layoff from Forshaw. Not quite on the same wavelength as Klich with the return, but Leeds have it back again with Dallas. Infield to Forshaw. Forshaw, oh, he's taken out there as he spun away from the oncoming Wigan player. Forshaw was lifted up into the air. Massey it was, the man who did all the damage in Ellen Road. I said I wouldn't mention it again, but he's committed the foul there in a good position for Leeds, a very good position for Leeds. It's central. If anything, it's maybe just a little further out than anyone would want for a real pile driver. But have they got somebody in the side who can take full advantage of this? It's in a central position. The Wigan wall, to give you a sense of it, is lined up level with the edge of the D. So Hernandez is over the ball and Douglas is over the ball, and Bamford leaves them to it and he goes to join the wall. David Marshall is marshalling the players in front of him, and he's happy with the lineup and the composition of the wall. And now it's down to Douglas or Hernandez. I'm backing Hernandez from this distance, but we shall see as the referee gives a signal. Douglas it is who swings it in just a little wide. Pretty good pace on it, but Marshall was watching that one going all the way, and I think he realised quite early on it wasn't going to trouble.
Yeah, they are difficult, those positions where it's that awkward kind of range, probably too central to kind of dink it towards a back post kind of area, too probably far out to have a shot on target. It's got to be some strike, but to be fair, the two players stood over the ball, Barry Douglas, Pablo Hernandez, you won't put it past them.
On that occasion they couldn't put it past David Marshall. They did put it past the post, and Leeds are having to defend now as Wigan have a free kick themselves in an almost identical position at the other end now. Slightly further out, if anything, but it's central, and it does offer an opportunity potentially to somebody like Lee Evans to have a crack. Evans scored a brilliant goal on the opening day against Cardiff City to win the game for Wigan. Their one victory so far this season. Lost last weekend at Preston heavily, and were beaten here in the League Cup in midweek. But as we've said throughout, they don't lose many games here in front of their own supporters. So they promise to be a tricky proposition this afternoon. Evans is one of two Wigan players over the ball. Jacobs is the other. Evans it is who'll strike it right-footed, and he forces a save from Casilla. He had real pace in that. It was going up towards the top corner. The Leeds keeper was able to watch it and get across his line quickly enough and palm it up and over the crossbar for a corner kick.
Yeah, good position by Kiko. Got himself nice and early. Didn't have to kind of stretch too much. The save he expected him to make, but the good thing about it, parried it to safety.
But it does still offer Wigan another opportunity, and again Fox and Evans stand over the ball near side. This time surely they'll vary it. They do indeed. Evans it is who takes the corner kick into the near post and across the 6-yard box, and it hits the outside of the post and bounces into the penalty area and is hacked away by relieved Leeds defenders. There was chaos there for 2 or 3 seconds inside the Leeds penalty area.
In the end, it was good scrambling defence, but we spoke about the set pieces. A lot of movements going in the box. Can tell they've worked ever so hard, Wigan, at the set pieces, but fair play to our boys. We stuck to his task and we just got the ball cleared, but you're not bothered how it gets cleared as long as it does get the job done.
Just shades of that Nottingham Forest equaliser there, though. Ball bouncing around, too much for comfort inside the penalty area, inside indeed the 6-yard box, as a result of a corner kick that was swung in this time by much better effect from Lee Evans. So the first real moment of danger there comes from the home side in this game, and we're up to the 20-minute mark, and you're listening to commentary on LUTV. brought to you by Deliveroo Food Freedom, and Leeds United have the ball with Forshaw on the halfway line. Now Hernandez near side, and Dallas has gone outside on the overlap. Dallas has it midway inside the Wigan half, up towards the edge of the penalty area. Klich with a little back heel. It was a nice idea, but delivery wasn't quite right. Morsy under pressure is fouled by Klich. In a sense, I'm not sure he needed to make that challenge, because the Wigan player was back facing his own penalty area, but he did make the challenge, and as a result, Wigan have the opportunity to get the ball back into the Leeds United half.
Just been watching Wigan out of possession there, Bryn. It's almost they have set up like a 4-4-2. Lee Evans more or less playing as a false 10, but he's playing ever so close to Moore, so it's something, a positive move. Well, they've probably looked and thought, can we exploit that when Leeds do lose the ball? But from our point of view, keep moving the ball quick and simple.
Up to the edge of the area where Cooper wins the defensive header for Leeds. And then Williams for Wigan, and then a foul. There was a foul on Bamford, but the referee has actually given the foul against Forshaw for a challenge just before the tackle on Bamford. So Wigan have the free kick, and there's a red card. Williams gets a second yellow, and he's sent off. So Wigan are down to 10 men, and Joe Williams is distraught. And I think that was for the second challenge on Bamford, with Williams having recently been booked. Bamford says, "You caught my ankle." And so although the ref had already given a free kick to Wigan, he's given the yellow card for that second challenge, I'm pretty sure of that, and 2 yellows equals a red.
Just how it came about was more of a shock than anything, because I saw Bamford go down holding his leg. It did look like he caught a sore one. So fair play to the referee. It might have come from the linesman or the fourth official. They've obviously been in conversation, because I think no one around us expected him to pull a Wigan play about the challenge, let alone give a second yellow and red card. But the studs must have been shown and say he did catch him. So I think you've got to give fair play to the referee and his linesman, his fourth official, whoever he spoke to, and ultimately come to that decision. So big positive news that for Leeds now, playing with extra man, a lot of the game to go.
So the Wigan players are still very, very upset at the decision. Paul Cook, the manager, looks fairly relaxed about it. His assistant, not so. And the fourth official is getting pelters down below us. Maybe Cook has learned in this game to expect the unexpected. Now he goes to have his say. But it's all to no avail, because Wigan are down to 10 men. Williams is off. Free kick is Wigan's into the penalty area. Moore chases. Cooper with little hands in the back there. Just for a moment, if Moore had felt those hands in the back, he might have decided a tumble to the ground was in order. He didn't, so nothing comes of it.
Well, for talking about hands in the back, we don't have to go back only 7 days when Canada, a few iffy decisions not go our way. So I just think it's good defending, is that? It's a contact sport, you're allowed to put hands on people.
Wigan attack with Evans in the centre circle. Another free kick, this time Forshaw, and Forshaw will be yellow carded. That will be another yellow card for Adam Forshaw. That's 3 for the season already. Could be on for the fastest yellow card suspension at this rate. Adam Forshaw, it's the role he's got to play. He's got to try and win possession back in there for Leeds, but in doing so, he is vulnerable to that possibility. So it's a Wigan free kick again. The game is stop-start at the moment. It's just outside of the centre circle. And it's left foot from Fox towards the edge of the box. It's over the head, though, of Shea Dunkley. Calvin Phillips did enough there to put off the Wigan player. So Leeds have their player advantage, and there are only 23.5 minutes up on the clock. How can Leeds take advantage of that? I'm not going to mention Ellen Road in April again, because that's over now, it's gone. So I'll just leave that question hanging there.
Let's just leave that one. Let's park that one to the side, Bryn. But I think anytime you play against 10 men, the width is important, because, they're going to set up as a back four, get the midfield four in front of him. With that block, it can be ever so difficult to break down, but use the width, stretch the players. And then when you do stretch them, that's when you can feed balls into that number 10 position, where you'll see a Klich, Adam Forshaw, Pablo.
Great ball from Cooper wide to Douglas. Now Harrison, who's not seen too much of the ball, certainly not seen enough of the ball from Leeds United's perspective in the opening stages. Now the ball hits the referee. Do you know what happens here now?
I saw this on Tuesday and I couldn't get my head around it, to be fair.
The game restarts with the drop ball to the side that was in possession. And they can take it as quickly as they want as well, and it doesn't have to go to the opposition, so it effectively gives the side that was in possession that possession back again. That's every time the ball hits the referee. I only know this because my window cleaner's a referee, and we were talking about this when he came round through the windows a couple of days ago.
Some things you learn, eh?
Well, you never stop learning, Ben. Every day is a school day.
That's what I've been told.
I'm just guessing that Leeds are not entirely aware of the format here, because Bamford is standing over arguing with the ref. What he doesn't know is that there is no onus on the side in possession to give the ball back to Leeds, and indeed Wigan don't. They play it long, they lose possession, but they don't have to do that. So there are opportunities from that drop ball restart to get a very quick attack going, which is exactly the scenario my window cleaner described in a game he'd been refereeing when a team scored strong from it. Dallas on this near side, up towards the edge of the Wigan penalty area. And that's a Wigan throw-in, just clipped off the heel of Stuart Dallas there. So Wigan have reorganised. Morsy, I think, has probably stepped a little further forward. He was in that defensive role just in front of the back four. He might have gone a little further up the park now. They'll leave more, no doubt, maybe slightly more isolated as the striker. But in a way, it's not a massive, dramatic rejig in terms of their formation.
It just looks like Lee Evans has gone sat next to Sam Morsy, so yeah, Lee Evans is good going forward. You mentioned the goal he got against Cardiff, but his defensive duties, I'm not too sure. So again, don't have to change anything because they're down to 10 men. You still try and play your same game plan, your same philosophy, but exploit kind of his defensive weaknesses, because like I said, it's not a natural position for Evans, is like next to Sam Morsy.
Lee Evans is a little lucky to get away with not being yellow carded there, because he lost possession and he slipped, and as the Leeds player ran away from him, he actually, with his hand, basically caught the ankle of his opponent and flicked him, and he fell over. No yellow card awarded though. Leeds have possession. Barry Douglas, left side of the penalty area. Good ball in. Bamford stretches. It was his left foot he was stretching out, but he was moving away from goal. Couldn't quite make contact anyway. Better ball in from Barry Douglas.
Lovely idea though. And what I liked about it also, 3-4 bodies in the box, committing players forward, trying to get end of that cross. Just that touch too much on it from Barry Douglas, but lovely idea, great shape on the cross.
Sun comes out, and 1/3 of the pitch here at the DW Stadium is in shadow, and the other 2/3 currently in bright sunshine. And it's in that bright sunshine that the ball bounces out over the far side touchline. Leeds kicking left to right. Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 0. 28 minutes gone, and Wigan are down to 10 men as a result of Joe Williams' dismissal. 2 yellow cards inside the opening 22 minutes. Second one controversially after Wigan had been awarded a free kick. Now Douglas for Leeds, just the first sign that Leeds are beginning to try and find ways of exploiting that extra player. Now Dallas on the near side. Is that going to be a corner kick? No, it spins off the back of the marking defender Johnson and into the hands of David Marshall. Joined from Hull City, played top flight, played lots of championship football as well, and kicks the ball away from the edge of the penalty area towards Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore is fouled by Ben White. That's quite a tussle between those two players, and Moore is big, 6'5", and he's awkward and he's strong. His touch isn't too bad either. Former Ipswich man, Barnsley, did really well at Barnsley, and again he's one of those players where I'm slightly surprised to see him here at Wigan.
Yeah, we thought he'd give it a crack with Barnsley, but he's an handful.
Ball up into the penalty area towards the header. Moore, and Casilla does brilliantly there. He was adventurous in coming off his line, and he plucked the ball literally off the head of Kiefer Moore. Forshaw goes down with the chance of 3 Wigan players. This is a messy, scrappy game, isn't it?
I think this is what we're going to try to get involved with. Obviously, that man being sent off for him, it'll suit them having a scrappy game. We just try not get involved with it too much.
Exploit the space, which is what Leeds are trying to do now. Dallas on the right side of the box. Now Klich, good ball into Bamford. Bamford rolls the ball goalwards, no power behind it, and it's hacked away. But Leeds come again with Klich on this near side. Chance to get the ball up to the edge of the penalty area. Now Hernandez into the penalty area. Right foot curls the shot in, but just a little wayward. It hits the side netting without ever really giving David Marshall too much to worry about.
He must have a highlight reel of nutmegs, Pablo Hernandez. I know the players talk about in training that he must do so many every day, but it's almost becoming a common theme in games. Defenders rush out to him, and he's so clever. He just nicks it through the legs. They can't get anywhere near him. They know they can't touch him in the box. I just thought he was going to put his laces through that. But he tried to be precise, and he find it at that near post. Just pass it in. Unlucky.
The angle was just that little bit tight. Evans over the top looking for the forward run on the far side of Massey, but Leeds win the ball back through Harrison. Now Harrison spreads play from left to right to Hernandez. Hernandez has a bit of space to play in now and comes out to this near side where Dallas has even more space. Can he cross? No, he holds the ball up and he looks for support from Hernandez, ever present on this near side. Now Klich, who's adopting a more wide role in this last couple of minutes, so he's playing outside of Hernandez, right on the touchline.
Between him and Forshaw, they're running so hard off the ball. They're trying to create that triangle out wide with, if it's on the right hand side, Dallas, Pablo Hernandez, and then Klich's coming out here, just trying to get that extra body.
Harrison for Leeds, left side of the box, takes on the marking player Jacobs. Forced out to the corner flag, so he's got a bit of work to do. Gets the ball out from there to Douglas, and now Phillips with a chance to cross. Harrison tumbles down on the edge of the penalty area, well away from the ball, looks towards the referee. The referee gives nothing. Marshall has possession back in the Wigan penalty area. Keeper with the ball in his hand at the moment, holds it one-handed, and then delivers the drop kick up into the high up into the air, into the Leeds half, deep into the Leeds half, where it's won back by Douglas. Chance for Leeds to come again. Leeds just beginning to show now. Harrison getting more and more of the play on that left side. Now Forshaw through the middle, looks towards goal. Still going Forshaw up to the edge of the box. Support arrives from Douglas. Good, tempting cross from Douglas. But the one thing Leeds lack is the big Kiefer Moore figure in the middle to try and get on the end of those, and that one flashes across the penalty area without troubling David Marshall.
Did similar on Tuesday, Byrne, where we're getting some great crossing positions, and you just put it into an area hoping someone's going to end of it. The longer that game went on, we mixed us crossing up, got to the byline, cutting things back, and the centre half, you hate that because you just want the cross to come in so you can try and head it clear. Any type of bit of movement, any type of bit of quality on the ball, just like saying having things pulled back, can disrupt your rhythm, your position. So just try and mix your little crosses up.
Dallas is penalised for a handball. The referee didn't give that one. I suspect maybe the fourth official gave that one, because he was actually the man with the best line of vision to the incident, and it's a free kick to Wigan inside the Leeds half. It was definitely a late call from the referee on that one, as Dallas tried to collect and gather and bring the ball forward for Leeds. So it's Leeds who have to defend. Fox who will take the free kick for the home team. Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 0. Matchday Live on LUTV, brought to you by Deliveroo, Food Freedom. Ball up to the edge of the penalty area, where Klich clears into the Wigan half. There's only blue shirts waiting, and it's Robinson up towards the edge of the Leeds box. Dallas wins the header. Klich comes in to help. Nice. And then Hernandez, lovely ball to Dallas, who's continued to run. There's a nutmeg from Dallas. Excellent. And now it goes wide to Douglas. Really good play from Stuart Dallas. Now wide again to Harrison, up to the edge of the penalty area. Harrison takes on his man. Can he cross? He can. And it's a great cross as well. And Leeds had players arriving, but just one defensive touch took it away. Back in it goes. Great chance. Oh, he's hit. Must be a goal. Yes. Bamford scores for Leeds United. Come on. Forshaw's header off the inside of the post came back to Patrick Bamford, and it was the simplest task to tap the ball in. Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 1.
I'm not sure Adam Forshaw's going to be too delighted with that assist, because I think he should have scored himself, but who do you want it for? Into your number 9 in the box. Simpler chances just to tap it home, but the bit of quality we just produced there, the crosses we mentioned previously, if you're going to cross it, put in with real quality. difference there. We had bodies in the box. Ball came out to the right-hand side. We didn't give it up. Great delivery back by Klich. He's saying, Adam Forshaw, go tap that in. Didn't fall for him, but who did it fall to? Our number 9, Patrick Bamford. Second goal of the season. Excellent stuff.
Leeds' best move brings the opening goal of the game. Leeds United are in front. Casilla has possession. I think it's getting a little heat in the seats behind us as Leeds fans have been revealed through their celebrations of that goal. On that basis, Ben Parker's probably quite lucky because he was up on his feet as well.
I'm in safe hands with you, Bryn, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll look after you, Ben.
Thank you.
Hernandez plays the ball in field to Klich, and it comes back for Phillips, and now Phillips wide to the left-hand side, and there's a chance for Leeds United to cross again. Harrison in possession. Leeds come again with Klich. Now Harrison's in a great position, and he tried to roll the ball into the 6-yard box, and Wigan got enough bodies around it to get it behind for another Leeds corner kick. This is excellent pressure from Leeds United. 35 minutes on the clock.
They're doing all the right thing by using that extra body out wide, by just moving it about.
Phillips up towards and the edge of the penalty area and beyond the edge of the penalty area as it's curled into the box. Bamford's having his shirt held there, clearly in front of the referee. Nothing given. That's one of those frustrating moments when it's so obvious. He's making the point to the assistant now that that shirt was clearly in the hand of the defending player, and people don't give that one, do they?
Don't. And sometimes as a defender, there's nothing kind of wrong with holding someone's shirt, but when the person, the striker's pulling away from you, you still got to do that shirt. It's so obvious that it is a foul. It's one of those, I think, inside the penalty area you don't get. Outside you do 9 times out of 10, but...
And yet it's almost the most obvious foul there can be, because you've got the visible proof that the shirt is being stretched. You can see it in front of you.
Yeah, it is. But all I would say is, though, just a couple of minutes building up to that goal, and afterwards playing with real quality now, Bryn. Mentioned creating that overload out wide, using that extra body, and we certainly have done.
Leeds in possession again, midway inside their own half. Ball out to Hernandez on this near side. Now Stuart Dallas, right foot,
great ball,
crossfield ball, fantastic ball to pick out Harrison. Oh wow, that's an interesting cross. Loops it high in the air, too high, too far, goes behind for the goal kick. I think he mishit that one, didn't he? I don't think he meant that.
No.
Goal kick to Wigan ensues. David Marshall goes to retrieve the ball. Leeds came here and won, of course, last November by 2-1. Marshall takes the goal kick. Right-footed. Moore is beaten by Cooper. Now Phillips. Over the top it goes. For the chase of Bamford. Patrick Bamford will never have an easier chance than he had to open the scoring for Leeds there. Forshaw's header hit the inside of the post when, as Ben suggests, he absolutely should have scored. But it didn't matter ultimately, because the ball came straight back to Bamford and he was able to hook it home from 1-2 yards out. Free kick given for a foul by White on Moore. Kiefer Moore is doing his bit there in just trying to rattle the 2 Leeds central defenders.
Yeah, and I think with Ben White, sometimes you don't have to try and win every header when you play against those big strikers. Sometimes you say, all right, I'll let you go into your chest. As long as you're not turning on me, you can just force the ball to go backwards. You've done your job. So, but one thing with Ben White is an intelligent defender. He picks up on these little things throughout the game. And that's what I've been really impressed with.
Halfway line, the free kick is taken into the box. Cooper wins the header and the battle with Moore again. And then it's hooked away from the edge of the penalty area to Klich. Can Klich wriggle away from Morsy? He can't, and he fouls Morsy. And just 5 minutes here where Leeds United maybe are going to have to settle things down. The home fans are up because there's still a little anguish at the fact that there are Leeds fans clearly, I think, in the executive seats in the main stand here at Wigan. And they've celebrated the goal, and the home fans have got a little aerated as a result. The noise levels have risen as a result. And now Wigan maybe are responding to that on the pitch because they have a free kick which Lee Evans takes. Into the Leeds box it goes. Well dealt with by Calvin Phillips. Can it be kept in play by Kiko Casilla? The answer is no. It's a Wigan corner kick.
He's got a big job, Calvin, today, because there's marking Dunkley there. Big lad. It might be something they're trying to exploit, but so far so good. Calvin stuck to his job and his task superbly. Always touched tight on him, been first to every header. If it's gone over his head, closed it down, closed the space down. Just got to do it for the rest of the game now.
Corner kick then to Wigan Athletic on the near side as we watch, with Wigan kicking towards the mass ranks of Leeds United supporters, happy enough with what they've seen so far. In it goes, easy catch for Casilla. The ball over the head of Moore, and there was nobody in a blue shirt behind him. Casilla stood and just plucked it out in the air.
He did. He was disappointed with his distribution there because it was on the counter attack. Just a tiny better throw to Jack Harrison out on the wide left position. We're off on the counter, but good goalkeeping. He's done that so far in the 3 games he's played this season. Been dominant in his area, commanding. Defenders love that when your keeper comes for crosses, claims it, takes the pressure off straight away.
Matchday Live on LUTV, brought to you by Delivery Food Freedom. Leeds United throw in near side. Paul Cook very unhappy with the decision to give Leeds the throw. He looks more vexed and angry about that perhaps than he did the dismissal of his player, Joe Williams, for a second yellow card inside 22 minutes. Leeds have it through Harrison, left side, midway inside the Wigan half. Comes infield with it and switches play from left to right. That's a great ball from Harrison to Hernandez. Hernandez edge of the penalty area, takes on one man, plays the ball square now to Douglas on the left side of the box. Now further wide is Klich. Klich waits for support to arrive, goes short to Harrison, edge of the area. Still Leeds hold possession just outside the Wigan box. Phillips to Klich on the touchline. From touchline he comes infield. And then he goes back short to Phillips. Leeds holding possession, trying to work the position. Now Forshaw, intelligent ball from Forshaw into space that Bamford runs into. And Forshaw gets it back off Bamford. And it comes back then to Calvin Phillips, midway inside the Wigan half. Still the attack is building. Now Douglas, first touch is so poor. That's disappointing. All that patient approach play. And Barry Douglas just lets his teammates down for a moment there because the ball bounced off his foot, went too far away to make the second touch, and it all ends with a Wigan throw-in.
It's all good being patient, but don't get sloppy then, because build yourself into a great position. Just watching Adam Forshaw and Klich, again, the movement off the ball is second to none. Their stats at first half, due to distances, high volume sprints they've done, must be through the roof, because working so hard. It's hard for Wigan's midfield players, the full-backs, to keep track of who's running where. So when you're out of position and got the ball in that final third, don't be sloppy with it. Keep it moving.
Leeds will be happy enough, I'm sure, to get to half-time all square. Home fans unhappy with another of Andy Madley's decisions. A few rise to their feet in protest around us. Most stay seated. Leeds take a free kick inside their own half. Phillips in possession. Wide it goes to Harrison. Harrison comes back in field to Calvin Phillips. And then it's spread wide. Hernandez, so much space for Hernandez on the right-hand side here. What can he do with that space? Just the man you want. Klich with Hernandez. Now more space for Dallas near the corner flag. Maybe can he get a cross in? He can. Goes towards the far side of the box. Harrison with a header. Don't see that too often, but the cross from the right-hand side to Harrison on the left, he was a little too far out to really put any pressure on David Marshall, and the header goes wide.
So they got up well there, did Jack Harrison, didn't he? Some spring in his step. Don't know if he was trying to head it across goal, but just one of those crosses where probably a little bit too much for him to do personally, generate the power, put it into an area or get it on target. But again, 4 or 5 bodies in the box, committing bodies forward, really good.
Ball over the halfway line. Moore this time is adjudged to a foul. Cooper, first time that's happened for quite a while. He's very unhappy with the decision, hands to his head, says, what did I do wrong? The game continues in the meantime. Leeds in possession.
I don't think he can go around barging people in the back. So he can moan all he wants. It's a free kick.
You're absolutely right. Ball out to the left-hand side. Now Harrison for Leeds. Great first touch. Gets the ball out from his feet. Now Klich on the edge of the area. Good attacking play from Leeds again. Now Douglas still hold the possession on that far side, just in from the touchline. Now a chance maybe for Douglas. No, he cuts the ball back to Phillips centrally. Now it goes back to Douglas wide again. Good possession. Now Klich into the penalty area. Now Harrison with the ball at his feet. Takes it away from one. Still with the ball at his feet. What can he deliver? Jack Harrison comes back for Klich. Klich tries to side foot the ball goalwards. And the challenge from Byrne blocks the shot. Leeds have the ball still though. Now Phillips in possession. Still they're putting pressure on that Wigan penalty area. This is a really good period of play for Leeds United. Ball into the box now. Whipped in from Douglas. Again into a great position. All sorts of uncertainty amongst Wigan defenders and goalkeeper. And it's just hooked away by Robinson. And it's a throw into Leeds just in from the corner flag on the near side. Leeds pushing as we head towards half-time. Dallas, could they get a second before the break maybe? There'll be a little bit of time to be added on. Now Klich, 25 yards out to the penalty area. He's central. He's under pressure. He needs help. He gets help with a pass out to Hernandez on this right-hand side. Hernandez up to the edge of the area. Klich had continued the forward run. If the touch was better, he was in for a shot. As it is, it's cleared up to Kipre Moore on the halfway line. Moore battling away with White. Falls over. Don't foul, don't foul. Ben White does foul, at least according to the referee. And now there'll be a yellow card for Ben White. And the home fans feel happier about that. But there's not an awful lot a central defender can do in a battle with a big lump of a striker like Kipre Moore.
He's done everything right though, Bryn, apart from keep nibbling away. As soon as he's got him going backwards, you've done your job. You don't have to win the ball. If he passes it back to his centre half, for me, you're happy with that as a defender. The ball's gone away from your goal. You've done your job. Just kept on nibbling away, and it's just a total up of the challenges and free kicks he's given away to get that yellow card. So you've just got to be careful now.
Left foot free kick by Anthony Robinson up towards the edge of the penalty area. Moore wins the header. Everything going up towards him. The ball is played out towards the edge of the box. Shot in from Jacobs. Claims for handball, half-hearted claims for handball as it spun through for Casilla, nothing given. Now Dallas,
excellent. Dallas
does really well to get the ball away from Morsy, and he's got support. There are lots of white shirts in there. Out wide to the right-hand side to Bamford. Bamford chips it up into the box. He goes over the head of Harrison. Hernandez underneath the edge of the area. Oh no! More power, and that was surely a second goal. As it was, it rolled harmlessly into the hands of David Marshall from such a good position for Pablo Hernandez.
Of all the players you could handpick as well to be in that position, he'd be on top of your list. Showed all the composure. You just expect him to pass into that bottom corner. Like you said, Bryn, just not enough pace on it. You'd feel a second goal at this stage as we're into stoppage time now. Doing a real big blow for Wigan. Real boost for us going in at 2-0.
It's got to be quick because we're heading rapidly towards the conclusion of the added time. We've got 15 seconds or less left. Unless the referee decides he's not going to add any more on. He's going to blow the half-time whistle absolutely on time. Boos from the home fans, and of course, in contrast, huge applause ringing out from the away end, because as the two teams depart at the interval, full value for it, you'd have to say as well. It's Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 1. Patrick Bamford, the goal scorer. So maybe the referee's keeping his eye on that one as the second half is now underway. Jack Harrison wins early possession for Leeds United. Happy to play a short ball back to Liam Cooper and now to Ben White. Yellow card in the first half on the edge of the penalty area. From White wide to Dallas. Forshaw also went into the ref's book in the first half, and because of the type of game it was, quite scrappy, at times bad-tempered, Leeds players are going to have to be careful in the second half. Harrison, a rare miscontrol from the left winger, and as a result, coming into win possession back for Wigan is Byrne. Up the line it goes from Byrne to Massey, and Massey apparently is fouled by Barry Douglas, who's defending high up in the Wigan half, right on the back of the Wigan number 11. And the free kick is awarded as a result, just in from the near side touchline.
Yeah, Bryn, I think from our point of view, how to start the half is just what I was saying end of the first half, to be fair. Keep doing the same things. Nothing has to change from our point of view. Just because you're playing against a man less, still move the ball like you would against 11. Still have your little link-ups like you would have against 11 players.
Kipre Moore wins a header. Now Lee Evans falls to the ground. There's no contact there with Liam Cooper. A point that Liam Cooper makes, but Evans has done enough to win a free kick for Wigan. He made the run across the defender, and you knew what was going to happen when he ran across the defender.
Yeah.
He's only got to go down, fall to his knees, and the impression created is that a foul has been committed, but there was no contact.
We were halfway down before he got anywhere near Liam Cooper from where we're sat in here, Bryn.
And the assistant is standing literally yards away from it. It's right in front of him.
Honestly, them things frustrate you so much as a player when no more. It's not even 10 yards away from the linesman there, and he gives a silly decision like that. But we have to stay switched on now.
It's a great opportunity for Wigan to swing the ball into the penalty area. Fox, the number 6, is going to take the free kick for them towards the far post. Bodies go down in there. Big shout as Moore and Cooper tumble to the ground. But Andy Madley made a very big gesture with a sweep of the arms to suggest nothing going.
Good defending by Liam Cooper. Stuck to his job well, stayed touch tight to Moore. He just held his ground. It was Moore who wrestled him to the floor, so you have to give referee credit there. Spotted it early. Right, so nothing to give at all. Just good defending by Liam Cooper. But we just don't want to get into a battle where we're giving silly free kicks away, or we're making the Wigan players buy free kicks. In that occasion, what they did do, just those occasions they were in possession. Don't give it away cheaply. Even if we have to take the sting out of the game for a little bit, pass the ball around the back four, go out to the other side if you have to. Just stretch those midfield players, especially Lee Evans next to side Sam Morsy. I think that's an area where we can keep exploiting that.
Matchday Live on LUTV, brought to you by Deliveroo, Food Freedom.
Nice.
48 minutes on the clock. Leeds United in front by 1-0, trying to attack Bamford. Charging after. That's a free kick conceded by Patrick Bamford. A little shove in the back. It's pretty obvious that one. No complaints on this occasion that Bamford just gave a nudge into the back of Byrne on the near side, chasing the ball towards his corner flag, and as a result it's a Wigan free kick. Nothing more than that. Patrick Bamford not punished any further.
The thing is though, you can hear the fans, the packed out stand Leeds fans to our left behind that goal, chanting Patrick Bamford's name. Just the sheer determination chasing lost causes down.
Under pressure a little bit now, and Nketiah having come in and scored a goal at Salford. Now Leeds have a chance to build from the centre circle. Hernandez in possession. Dallas, the willing worker, goes wide right. Still Hernandez through the middle, just behind Forshaw. And then Hernandez slides in but doesn't make the challenge. And Jacobs carries the ball forward for Wigan. Bit of a break on here. Leeds have players back as the ball comes up to Johnson on the edge of the area and then nodded clear really well by Ben White. Just a moment of danger for Leeds United there. Averted through good defensive, central defensive play from White. Kept a good position, and the cross wasn't the best, and he took the opportunity to head the ball clear. Now Leeds have possession on the edge of their own box, slowing things down again. Out to Douglas on the near side, and Phillips offers himself as ever in the midfield, central midfield role. Now Forshaw, his partner in crime, in there, and wide it goes to Hernandez. This is good from Leeds. Hernandez on the right foot, on the right touch line. Low cross into the box, looking for Bamford's run on the edge of the 6-yard area. Cleared away by Fox, out of play far side for a Leeds United throw-in.
They're the type of crosses we're telling you about, where you're just not standing them up to centre out so they can head clear. It's almost like a little pass trying in behind Fox there, looking for Bamford's movement. So unlucky.
Douglas, left-hand side for Leeds, in the Wigan half. Goes wide to Jack Harrison. Harrison takes on one player, goes down, tumbles down. Well, if we called it at one end, we've probably got to say it at the other end. I don't think there was an awful lot of contact from Byrne on Harrison there. He kind of leapt over his leg, didn't he? But the referee saw enough in the challenge to give Leeds United the free kick. So I guess everybody's at it, aren't they?
We're on about this nailed-on free kick, Bryn.
Okay. You're right.
But what I loved about Harrison there is positive. So easy, just probably pass the ball off, but always bang on about wingers being positive in the final third. And you get your rewards like that. You get free kicks, you get your crosses in, you create chances just by being positive.
So it's level with the edge of the box. It's about 10 yards out. It's between the point of the edge of the area and the near side touch line. Phillips is over it. Douglas takes it though. In it goes. Space in there for the header, and it was Ben White was it coming in to make contact, and it goes just over the crossbar from a good position. And at the end of all of that, it's a goal kick that Wigan keeper Marshall will take. But that was really inviting that ball into the 6-yard box, and Leeds got players in there around the ball.
Fantastic delivery by Barry Douglas. I think Ben White just overran it by a fraction. He was just reaching back ever so slightly to get the header, because I think if the run were timed to perfection, it's 2-0 Leeds.
That all-important second goal that Leeds seek. Wigan looking for the equaliser at the moment. Evans on the edge of the penalty area for them to Kiefer Moore. Back it goes to Evans. Lee Evans finds Jacobs, and then near side it comes to Byrne. Byrne right-footed into the penalty area. Moore waits,
excellent.
But Casilla does really well. Runs off his line, well out the 6-yard box, and catches the ball and sets Leeds going forward again. Now Dallas into the centre circle. Out wide to this left-hand side. Leeds about to make a change. I think Alioski's about to come on. Forshaw, left-hand side, is allowed to bring the ball infield as options close down on the left. Now they open it up on the left again with Douglas in possession. Infield it goes to Calvin Phillips, chipped up into the box, headed clear as far as Klich on the far side. Klich, well, he kind of volleys across into the area. It goes behind Harrison, but Douglas has it back again for Leeds. Curls across in, far post, Forshaw! And this time the header is saved by David Marshall.
Offside though, just crept offside.
Well, he just pulled away from the marker at the far post, and maybe in doing so, that's what caused him to be offside. Assistant raises the flag far side, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. That's the second moment of danger from Adam Forshaw's forehead. The first one brought the first goal when he really should have scored himself, but it came off the inside of the post and dropped very kindly for Patrick Bamford. And then on that occasion, offside, but Marshall saved as well. Leeds have the ball back in their own half. A little bit of pressure on Ben White from Moore, so he goes back to Kiko Casilla. Now Casilla out to Liam Cooper. Cooper near side to Douglas. Douglas asks for a little bit of support. Phillips, as ever, provides it. And then a square ball to Ben White. And Ben White plays it further wide to the right-hand side to Stuart Dallas. Dallas to Forshaw. Nice. Forshaw wide to Hernandez. Now back it goes to Dallas. Excellent. Dallas first-time ball to Klich, who's got a bit of area. Back it goes to Dallas. Comes out to Barry Douglas, edge of the box. Can't quite control. Harrison's still there. Back to Douglas, and the shot is just over the bar. Terrific period of play from Leeds United. Moved the ball around swiftly. And Barry Douglas, heavily involved, almost got Leeds' second goal. Shot just over the top.
So pleasing on the eye, some of this one-touch football producing. Movement again off the balls, excellent to see. He just thinking at times, are we trying to walk it in? But the ball fell nicely back to Douglas. He expected him to hit the target, just got too much on it. Figure just trying to whip it into the far post, but such a flowing attacking move for that.
Nketiah is out warming up for Leeds as he goes up towards the Leeds end. He gets a massive ovation, the man on loan from Arsenal. Eddie, Eddie, Eddie is the chant from behind the goal. Already got his debut goal for Leeds United. Great things expected, but he's got to get himself in the team, and at the moment Patrick Bamford, today's goal scorer, is doing everything to keep him out of it. It's a Wigan throw-in or free kick? Free kick on the near side.
Free kick is given, yeah.
Cooper against Moore. That ongoing tussle between the big Wigan striker and the two Leeds central defenders, both of whom concede a couple of inches at least to him. 6'5", Kiefer Moore, called up to the Welsh squad during the summer. A bit of a surprise call. Discovered a Welsh relative. Here's another Welsh international, Lee Evans, who delivers the right-footed free kick into the box. It's Bamford with the header away. Excellent. And Hernandez who completes the job. And then Dallas, who hooks it up towards the on-rushing Harrison. Can he keep it in play? Oh, he does brilliantly well to do just that. And move in field, and Evans brings him down. And that could be a yellow card for Lee Evans. What a fantastic piece of play by Jack Harrison. He spun to keep the ball in play when it looked like he had no chance of doing that. And then in the same movement, carried the ball forward and invited the foul. And that will be a yellow card for Lee Evans, another player who's now walking the tightrope.
He needed it as well. The team needed it, Wigan, because Jack Harrison, like I said, did ever so well to keeping the ball in, then to skip away from his man. He just open, he's going to get that half a yard away from Evans so he can play Klich in.
There's Forshaw, edge of the penalty area, on the byline now. Can he cross? Yes, he can. Towards a near post, and it's Lee Evans who's there to clear behind for a Leeds United corner kick. Leeds beginning to create gaps now. Happy to play short. but the movement's so good that things are opening up for them in an attacking sense. Phillips will take the corner kick in front of the Leeds United supporters. Whose voices are raised to follow their team. In it goes towards the near post and beyond, and it's headed clear. And Forshaw has the ball back with Hernandez now in possession for Leeds in the centre circle. And now Klich turns goalwards. Stretches the legs. Now Douglas left-hand side, back in field to Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips to Forshaw. Forshaw could go wide, goes down the middle. And he spotted the run of Dallas there, who popped up on the edge of the penalty area. And Bamford was in there as well. But the ball was flighted in just a little too high for either of them. And it's an easy catch for David Marshall, the Wigan keeper.
He just tried to give the back four, especially the two centre-halves for Wigan, the eyes, because I think a lot of people thought he was going to diagonal pass out to Pablo out on the right wing. But he just did like little reverse chip pass, but just had too much on it. But the idea is good.
Phillips outside of the penalty area for Leeds, now to this near side. And Douglas, and then Harrison holds possession, turns back towards Douglas. Now Phillips, challenged by Moore, rolls the ball back to Cooper. Cooper square to Ben White. White wide to Dallas. In the sunshine on the far side as Leeds kick towards the travelling supporters. Phillips, there's loads of space out this left-hand side for Douglas now. Harrison supporting him. Douglas comes infield to Forshaw, still space for Harrison. Harrison has the ball on his left foot, brings the ball in onto his right foot. Forshaw on the edge of the area. Option is wide right to Hernandez. Hernandez, just stopped in his path by Robinson, but it comes back to Phillips and Leeds build again. Now Douglas, left foot up towards the edge of the box, onto the head of Robinson again. And now maybe through Morsy, Wigan can get the ball clear. Over the top from Morsy for Kiefer Moore to stretch those long legs and chase and keep in on the left-hand side, midway inside the Leeds half. Back it goes to Robinson. Hernandez hustling and hassling. And then a great interception from Dallas.
Come on,
except the referee has already awarded a free kick for the challenge by Hernandez a moment or two earlier. So Wigan it is who have the set-piece opportunity. 15 yards inside the Leeds half, left of centre. And the home fans find their voices. It's Lee Evans who's going to take it. Wigan with one less player than Leeds United, I'll remind you, after Williams was sent off for 2 yellow card offences inside the opening 22 minutes. The second of which, the yellow card, was awarded after Wigan had already been awarded a free kick for a foul in the follow-up challenge. Then Lee Evans into the penalty area. Well, past the penalty area as it turns out. Not only past the penalty area, but it sails over the near side touchline for a Leeds throw as well.
They're lovely as a defender, those. Take them all day long.
Another half an hour's worth of those and everybody will go home happy. Ben White to Cooper. Now Forshaw. Forshaw sets off towards the halfway line and over the halfway line. Ball at his feet. Harrison waits in space again. Slightly sloppy pass from Klich, but Leeds may yet capitalise. No, they don't. Jacobs has it for Wigan Athletic. He's fouled. And we're just entering one of those periods of play again where the game starts, then it stops, then it starts, then it stops, and the referee's whistle has been heard too much. And Wigan it is who have the chance from the centre circle, just inside their own half, to deliver something into the Leeds half and maybe up towards the Leeds penalty area. Fox will take it for them. Paul Cook gestures in an animated fashion on the near side touchline outside of the technical area.
Looks like he's going to get involved himself.
He wants players in and then around the edge of the penalty area. Moore obviously is the target. He gets the header, but it leaps off his head and drops for Forshaw. Now Harrison. Moore pursues him, so Harrison goes back to Forshaw. Phillips under a bit of pressure from Morsy, so he goes back to Douglas. Douglas is fouled by Morsy, and that's good play by Barry Douglas, because you'd have to say he bought the foul, but he carried the ball beyond Morsy and realised that Morsy was going to step into him, and as he did exactly that, Douglas dropped to his knees and Leeds have the free kick. That's that thing they call game management, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Bryn. And he's had a little chuckle to himself as well as Barry. Done the right thing. What a good thing there. The free kick going up to Moore. Second balls. Forshaw's buzzing around him. Cooper's done well to win the first header, but getting those seconds are vitally important also.
Ball forward from Dallas is misplaced. Just a couple of instances where Leeds have been in good positions in an attacking sense in the last couple of minutes, and it's what you might describe as the final ball that's rather let them down. The ball into the man on the edge of the penalty area. So they need to exploit this possession that they're building now and the space that they're creating and get that second goal. 61, nearly 62 minutes up. Wigan 0, Leeds 1. Harrison left-hand side. One step over. Then goes back to Douglas. Movement in the box is from Klich. And Harrison thinks about rolling it to Klich and then goes instead to Forshaw, goes down the edge of the box. Still in there for Hernandez, and Hernandez's first touch is heavy. Took him away from the defender, but also took the ball out of play in the same movement.
Don't know if they're expecting the defender to come out a little bit sharper than he actually did, just so can knock it round him. Think to the second goal against Bristol City when O'Dowda came out really quick, knocked him the ball round one side, went the other, stood across up for Bamford, but it just got too much on it there. But the idea's right. As Lowe's about to come on for Wigan, the signing from Portsmouth.
Yep, new player for Wigan Athletic, Jamal Lowe, is about to come on. He wears the number 9 shirt, so it tells you what he's been signed as. He's been signed as the striker. So I wonder whether it will be Lowe to go up and play up top with Kiefer Moore, and Wigan will surrender maybe in a sense an extra player in the search for an equaliser, which is what they're doing now with Evans in field. Chance on the edge of the penalty area as the run comes in from Michael Jacobs out towards the near side corner flag. Jacobs, ball at his feet. Douglas stands in front to block his route to goal. Now Evans comes in to offer support. Then Byrne, the right back. Byrne into the gap, but Leeds have got enough bodies around it to win it back, and they need to bring it forward through Klich. Klich pursued by Morsy, does really well to get the ball to Forshaw. Now Harrison's got a lot of space, and the ball from Forshaw's not the best. It's given Harrison a lot to do, but he does pick up the ball. First time cross over the head of Bamford, comes far side of the area, chance to get the ball back in. Handball is the call, and the corner kick is awarded.
What?
Corner kick to Leeds, not handball, and the fans behind the goal are less than happy with that.
As soon as the referee's blown the whistle there, I'm thinking he's given a penalty because his arm's not in a natural position, it's away from his body. Yeah, I know Pablo's close to him as he's crossing the ball, but you're running the risk, especially this day and age when your arms are outstretched and the ball hits it. You can see Pablo gesturing to the referee, his arm was away from his body. And I think as soon as the referee's blown his whistle, like I said, I expect him just to point to the spot, but corner kick it is.
Well, nobody understands what handball is anymore anyway, do they? And maybe there's further evidence as the corner comes in near post. Dallas with the header, Bamford! Yes! Patrick Bamford forces the ball in on the goal line. And it's another close-range finish from the Leeds United number 9. And there's clear daylight now. It's Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 2.
Patrick Bamford scored 2 goals. That striker's absolutely loved to get over the course of the season. Right place, right time. This time he just bundles it in. Again, sheer determination, showing how hard he's worked off the ball. He's got his reward by his goals, tapping things in, just bundling the ball over the line. He wanted it more than the defenders. He wanted more than the goalkeeper. 2-0 Leeds.
Well, Patrick Bamford's had his problems, but the entire away end is on their feet, and they're singing the name of Patrick Bamford now, because he's made an excellent start to this season. And the goals keep coming from the Leeds United number 9. Wigan make changes. Enobakhare's come on and Lowe has come on. But the situation from a few moments ago when they were first prepared to make their entrance has changed dramatically. Leeds United 2 in front now, 65 minutes on the clock. As the ball is launched forward on this near side. Wigan having made the 2 changes, just having a scan around to see which 2 players have gone off.
Yeah, it looks like Jacobs has gone off, and it looks like
Cooper to White.
And Massey.
And Morsy's gone as well. Morsy is the other player who's departed. Only just come back into the side after a hamstring injury, not played before this season. What they need now is not a defensive midfielder. They need somebody to do something at the other end of the park. And remember, they have a man less than Leeds, having seen Williams sent off in the first half. So Leeds didn't really want the handball after all, did they? The corner kick's fine. Classic near post corner, helped on by Dallas and then literally bundled home by Bamford. Douglas near side, Fancy layoff from Klich, just a tiny bit too fancy, and it's not quite carried for Douglas. It's a sort of touch that you apply when you're 2-0 up, isn't it, rather than maybe at 1-0.
Yeah. But all I'll say is now, be ruthless. Go for the kill if you have to. Get 3, get 4. But one thing that is essential, it stays nil, stays 2-0 bare minimum.
Spoken like a true defender, Ben Parker. Celebrate the clean sheet. Ben White, Calvin Phillips, and out to Barry Douglas on this left-hand side. The away end, all noise and animation now. Harrison, oh, great work from Harrison on the edge of the box. Got past the first challenge with a lovely bit of close control, and then it's cleared away as he tried to get past the second one. Up into the Leeds half, where there are 3 white shirts, and one of them, Phillips, is in possession of the ball. Listen to the noise from the away end now. Over the top for Harrison. Can he control? Yes, he can, is the answer. On the edge of the area, into the area. Now Forshaw, Lowe drive! Adam Forshaw's just not going to score, is he? He's getting himself into great positions this season. It's not the first time we've seen at Bristol. A couple of chances from the edge of the penalty area, and an even better opportunity maybe there. The angle was tight, pulled the ball across the face of Marshall, but it just went wide of that far post.
A goal's the only thing that's lacking from his performance, Adam Forshaw. He's been absolutely brilliant this game. I've loved watching him, and the angle where that here, almost on the halfway line, nearly the top of the stand, get a great view of all the action, people running off the ball, and he's a guy who's coming to pre-season. He just wanted a full whack at it, a full run, because he knows what he can possess, he knows the quality. He just wanted to stay away from those niggling injuries, and what he has done is come in, he's smashed the pre-season, smashed his fitness, and he's getting his rewards, because the 2 league games and this one so far, I think it's been different class so far at the start of the season.
Phillips in possession for Leeds, just outside the centre circle. Leeds back in action, of course, on Wednesday night. Join us for that one. Douglas, oh, there's loads of space for Klich. He was offside, but Bamford will pursue anyway. Klich leaves it intelligently for Bamford to pick up instead. And as a result of that, Leeds get a throw-in down by the Wigan corner flag on this near side towards those noisy Leeds United supporters. Now Klich in field to Phillips. Phillips on the right foot is held up by Evans' challenge. Goes wide right to Hernandez. Hernandez on the rugby league markings. Ball into the penalty area. Forshaw there again. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to work the space for the shot. As a deflection. Big shout for handball again. Once more the result is the same. Nothing given. Phillips for Leeds. Back it goes to, well, it was going to be Cooper, but Douglas takes it away from him and goes back into his own half to Ben White. Leeds maintain possession, and that's perfectly fine. Cooper again. Making Wigan work hard just for any sort of possession, given away by Klich, but Klich realises the error of his ways and works hard to get the ball back for Leeds again. And Phillips and Wigan are really having to chase, and it is a relative, it's not boiling hot, but it's a warm afternoon, and Wigan down to 10 men since the 22nd minute have had to work hard anyway. And Leeds come again with Dallas down the right hand side. Dallas forces the throw in. Forshaw will go to retrieve the ball, but he doesn't need to be in any hurry about that at this stage. Let the ball boys do their work, and that's exactly what's happening now. The ball is retrieved and is chucked into the hands of Stuart Dallas. The short throw-in goes back to Forshaw. Forshaw forced away from the penalty area, so he comes back into the centre circle to Cooper. Cooper to White, and now Cooper again to Phillips. Phillips on the halfway line for Leeds. It's all opening up in front of Leeds at the moment. Now Klich up towards the edge of the penalty box from Klich. Now Harrison on the edge and out of the penalty area. Ball at his feet. Step over. Comes back to Douglas. Douglas still just outside that penalty area. Now it comes back into Calvin Phillips. And that's a good ball from Phillips into Douglas in some space. Chance to cross maybe, but still Leeds work the opening rather than rush across. Players waiting in the penalty area when it comes across, if it comes across. Phillips now goes diagonal, great ball to, and Dallas has just seen the ball bounce away as he was trying to control and get the cross in on the right hand side. He made a great run in behind the fullback, and it was almost picked out, but it's a goal kick to Wigan.
I was going to open, it was going to hold up in that pitch slightly and just give Dallas half a chance to hook it back, but great patient build-up play. There were 2-3 times you could have easily put a cross in, but it had just been a hopeless cross, and as a centre half for Wigan, that's what you're wanting. So, rightly so, not on, come back again. 2-3 times we've stopped, come back, just try and create that little opening.
Matchday Live on LUTV, brought to you by Deliveroo Food Freedom. header. Well, we mentioned Morsy going off earlier, but you've missed that one, Ben, because he's out there and he's just made the header. The Wigan number 5.
Must have been his twin.
So apologies for that one. Morsy's still on the park. Massey is the player who's gone off. And here's Harrison. Well, he's deep inside his own half. He's played a ball centrally to Bamford.
Excellent.
Bamford has a run on this left-hand side from Douglas. And now Douglas has options. Klich in field. And then Harrison. Harrison was hit a little too close to Jack Harrison. And it comes off his feet and Leeds have to start again. But they're more than happy to do that from the halfway line, or roughly the halfway line. Douglas down the line for Klich. And Klich goes back to Douglas. Douglas,
nice.
Oh, great ball from Douglas to Harrison down the channel, left side, infield. Now Forshaw on the edge of the area. Hernandez is in space on the far side, and he puts his arms out wide and suggests that maybe he was the better option. And now, he's given a penalty. I think Leeds have a penalty kick. What's the referee? Yes, he's given a penalty surely here.
I don't know if it's definitely a free kick.
It's something to Leeds. It's right on the. Is it right on the edge of the penalty area?
Look, he's just stopping there, right in that D, isn't he?
Yeah, right on the edge. He let the play continue with Forshaw's shot from the edge of the box. Then the whistle went, and all looked towards the referee. And that foul on Bamford had been noted, and a yellow card has been awarded. And it's actually a free kick to Leeds. It's inside the D, right in the centre.
I was just about to say, Bryn, because I thought with Adam Forshaw's shot going high and wide, we're going to restart with a goal kick. And I was going to bring up the point. Referees and linesmen need to start noticing the movement off the ball and people dragging our players down, because it's not the first time it's happened. Not even in this game. It's happened a number of times over the course of this part of the season. But fair play to him.
So he's done well to bring the play back, and it's real Hernandez territory, this, isn't it? Inside the D. 1, maybe 2 yards outside the penalty area. Douglas and Hernandez stand over the ball. Forshaw a little further behind them, but it has to be Hernandez who tries to get this up and over the wall. 74th minute of this game. Hernandez now steps up, over the top it goes. Oh, great save, Marshall. Fingertips to push it behind. It was floated delicately over the wall and it was heading in, and Marshall just got across his line and stretched and managed to push the ball behind for a Leeds United corner kick. And again, the noise levels rise from the supporters behind the goal towards which Leeds United are kicking in this second half, heading towards the 75th minute now. Wigan 0, Leeds United 2. Corner kick swung in deeper this time, over the head of White, but still there for Leeds to attack perhaps. Morsy on the edge of the box, and it comes back into the box and it's hooked clear and up and over the halfway line, and Forshaw's underneath it. He's pursued by 2 Wigan players and it's taken away by Jamal Lowe, and it's come off the arm of Lowe, and now the home supporters have cause for further frustration in terms of the referee's performance, because that has stopped a potential breakaway for Wigan Athletic there. Lowe ran past Forshaw. Forshaw couldn't quite control as the ball dropped to him from height, but as Lowe tried to push it forward, it came off his arm, the referee suggests. And now Leeds United can make their first change of the afternoon. And the man who's going to be coming off is Klich, and the man who's going to be coming on is Costa.
Just be interesting to see what role now Pablo has. Does Pablo come into that little position just behind Patrick Bamford, or does Costa get that role? But the way Pablo Hernandez walks into the middle of the pitch would suggest that's where Pablo's going to play. Costa go out onto the right-hand side. And I feel sorry for the left-back of Wigan now, because he's had Pablo to deal with for 75 minutes. Now he's got Costa. All best to you, lad.
We've seen a few yellow cards and a red already. Costa goes, as Ben suggests, out towards the right-hand side, out in the sunshine on that far touch line, and Hernandez comes in to take up a central role. Cooper has possession for Leeds in the Leeds half. Leeds more than happy just to knock it around between themselves at the moment. The clock ticks down. Phillips then with a long diagonal. Harrison. It's a superb ball from Phillips to Harrison on the edge of the penalty area. Can Leeds turn defence into attack? Now Phillips comes up himself to join in with that attack, finds Harrison again, and he's just offside. That's almost a shame, because Phillips' contribution there was fantastic. The long diagonal to pick out Harrison, who did really well to control, and then Phillips joined in with the attack. In the next movement, he was right up on the edge of the penalty area.
Good players, they admire the pass and don't really do much getting involved, they stand still. Great players, ping a ball out effortlessly like that, run over, get involved again. You have to say Calvin, he just dictates that midfield. It's good when you have players around you, got the movement that they have do. But he just makes everything look effortless, and that's what great players do.
I think Paul Cook could be in trouble here. Yes, he is. There is another yellow card, and it's the Wigan manager who's been shown it. Obviously, the rabbit from the dugout has had the desired effect. The fourth official is still getting more from Paul Cook. He will do well now if he wants to stay in that technical area, probably to curtail his disagreements.
Is it the same for the managers? If they get 5 yellows, they get a suspension.
I think it is, actually. I think it is.
Brilliant.
4 it is, I'm told. Guys in the studio. Didn't Warnock get banned last season? In the box, the ball goes, sails behind. There's a few candidates who you expect to spend a few games in the stand, wouldn't you, in the Football League setup?
Not heard that sentence before, Warnock getting banned. That must be a first one, surely.
Well, it was last season. Check that one later. It's a goal kick. Wigan Athletic have potentially the chance to get a ball forward, but as the clock ticks down, we're heading towards the 78th minute now. That scoreboard on the far side of the ground has a terrific look to it. Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 2. Leeds have got to keep focused, stay concentrating, and give the fans even more to sing about. Calvin Phillips hooks the ball up and over the halfway line. Bamford's there, doing his work again, doing his job again, just making it awkward this time for the fullback Anthony Robinson. And Wigan do get a throw in, but the game stops, the flow stops. Leeds have the chance to regroup and try and win the ball back, which is exactly what they've just done through Stuart Dallas, briefly at least. Now it's won back again. Played down the channel where White intercepts. It's a good ball to Helder Costa. Now Forshaw has a runner in Harrison if he can pick him out near side. Hernandez takes the ball away from Douglas, and he does find Harrison. Harrison up towards the edge of the penalty area, left side. Now Harrison in with a chance to cross, and it's cleared behind by Nathan Byrne, and it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds United. What a nightmare he'd be to play against, Jack Harrison. He's constantly at it.
And what he does is relentless with it, and it can go both ways. Goes onto his left predominantly, but can nip back on his right. So hard for a fullback to mark someone like that.
Phillips with the corner kick for Leeds. Signal is given. Into the box it goes. Arriving late at the far side of the penalty area was Jack Harrison, right side of the penalty area this time. But it was a real tricky one for him because it was quite high and it came off the top of his head. And it went behind for a goal kick, but it's okay because more seconds tick away as a result of that. And we're heading towards the final 10 minutes of regulation time here at the DW Stadium. Leeds came here and won last season by 2-1. They've got an extra goal advantage for that and an extra man advantage at the moment as well. So the signs are good, but the job is not done yet. Forshaw, well, it looked like a towering header, but his hands were in the back of Morsy. So it's a free kick to Wigan just outside of the centre circle. Leeds considering another change here, I suspect. Maybe after a busy week. Chance to give another player on the fringes to an extent, someone like Berardi, a few match minutes. Free kick is taken by Robinson. Left foot, up it goes. Into the penalty area. Forshaw wins the header. Harrison helps the ball on. Oh, it works into a great pass almost for Pablo Hernandez. He was a whisker away from just whipping that ball away from Byrne, the fullback, and then being clean through, albeit a long, long way from goal. Wigan have it back, as it turns out, on the far side with Enobakhare, the former Wolves man. And then Robinson down the line from Morsy, heading towards the corner flag. Pursued by Costa. And it's Enobakhare again with the ball at his feet, looking to try and work space for a cross in. Into the penalty area it goes. Chance to turn from Lowe. Lowe goes down to his knees, but it's, as Ben suggests, an excellent bit of defending from Liam Cooper. Just stayed big, stayed strong. Didn't have to make the challenge. He was physically strong enough to hold off the attacking player, and the ball drops to Casilla. Now Hernandez in that central role. Now out to the near side, and Douglas. Douglas to the touchline, and Harrison And then Forshaw, that's a sloppy ball from Forshaw. Kiefer Moore intercepts for Wigan Athletic, but he's got an awful lot to do. He's surrounded by white shirts, and Harrison, one of them, brings the ball away and goes past the second challenger, Byrne, and still Harrison goes. He almost beats an imaginary player then and keeps the ball at his feet. Now Forshaw helps him out. Forshaw out towards this near side corner flag. Douglas waits to support. Douglas gets the ball off Harrison. Harrison's still there to provide backing. And now it goes back to Douglas again. And Leeds playing possession football. And they open it up for Harrison, edge of the box. Now Hernandez onto the left foot, maybe. And again, like the first half, couldn't get the power, had the accuracy, but the ball rolls into the hands of David Marshall. But you'd have to say, what another breathtaking few moments of Leeds attacking play. Just working Wigan left to right. Players joining in with the movement and almost creating another opening. Well, created the opening, didn't quite have the finish. Moore is fouled 15 yards outside the Leeds penalty area by Liam Cooper. It's right down the middle. 82 minutes gone. Wigan 0, Leeds United 2. And the third and final change. Naismith is coming on for Wigan. And Kiefer Moore is going to come off. So Kiefer Moore, well, he's worked hard enough, but he's got very little change out of White and Cooper. In the first half, there were moments where he made life awkward for them in terms of conceding free kicks, but there's not really been a glimpse of goal for Kiefer Moore on his home debut for Wigan. And Naismith comes on to replace him.
I'm surprised that changed, to be honest, Bryn.
Especially at this stage of the game.
Like, when you've got nothing to lose, keep your big men on just so you can get a goal out of nothing at all. And I say he's had little service, but he's put himself about pretty well. We have to give huge credit to Liam Cooper and Ben White. I think they've marshalled him extremely well. They've covered each other superbly. But in Naismith, he'll pose a different threat. Has he gone straight onto the free kick, has it?
Looks like Evans to take the free kick over the wall. Casilla. Well, it was dropping in, and Casilla read it well. And he got the arms up to it, and he got the fist to it, and he punched it behind for a corner kick. But that was not a bad free kick from Liam. It was a little higher, and it might have been even more difficult for Casilla to save. As it was, he keeps the scoreline at 0-2. Wigan have a corner kick, so more defending for Leeds to do. Don't want to give Wigan a glimmer of anything here. Evans with the corner kick, and the bodies go up in there. It's cleared away from the edge of the area by Costa. And Wigan have to run back towards the halfway line to retrieve possession through Nathan Byrne. Byrne pursued as ever by white shirts, and it goes back deeper into the Wigan half, and it goes all the way back to Marshall on the edge of the penalty area, and that's as the result of fantastic work rate by Leeds United players. Over the top from White. Well, this is interesting because Bamford is offside. I wondered to see whether he'd started his run there, but the assistant far side was watching all the way, and the flag was raised the minute Patrick Bamford made contact with the ball.
It's always alive, is Patrick Bamford. Isn't all our players today? I think we've been absolutely superb. The brightness levels, just to problem solve as the game goes on. You don't need people to hold your hand from the touchline telling you every move to do. Good players, great players, the problem solve as the game goes on. Noticing the difference, get that extra man out wide.
Ball to the edge of the Leeds penalty area where Naismith has it, the substitute, and he goes wide to Robinson. Again, Leeds are going to have to defend. It goes back to Naismith again. They push out from the penalty area quickly to try and block all the holes. And that's a brilliant work from Dallas just to stop the forward movement of Naismith and then to stab the ball into touch far side. And again, it just breaks the momentum. But now there's a good turn from Lowe on the left-hand side of the penalty area. White, though, recovers quickly, gets back into position quickly, and it has to go back for Naismith. And it's a looping cross deep into the Leeds penalty area. And it hits Harrison, who's got his hands literally right in front of him there to prevent any suggestion of it being an unnatural silhouette. And as a result, there is another corner kick to Wigan, and the referee, Mr. Madley, wants another word with somebody in the dugout here. This time I think he's heading towards the Leeds dugout, and he is, and it's Carlos Corberan who is going to be spoken to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 encroachments, is it, maybe in the technical area? I'm not sure what that was about. No yellow card shown anyway.
No, there's a ruling where you're only allowed, I think it's 2 people stood up in your technical area, so odd time when you're going to get your coaching staff on the field just to get instructions, so I don't see any point.
Corner kick comes in the meantime. It's too long, and it goes all the way, sails out all the way on the far side as far as Morsy. Now Robinson for Wigan, midway inside the Leeds half. Again, he'll try and deliver into the box, loops the ball in. Again, it's a brilliant header from Cooper. Now there's a chance of a break. It's 4v2 in favour of Leeds as Bamford crosses the halfway line, and the ball is behind Costa, and that is so disappointing because that might just have finished it. But now Wigan, as it is, come forward. Phillips, brilliant again to step in and intercept, and now Costa can have a little run out. First opportunity maybe he's had to do that, as the Wigan fans, many of them have seen enough now, and they get up and they start to make their way towards the exits. We can see them indeed crossing the bridge on the far side of the ground in the gap between the stands, the bridge that takes them to the car parks, and from the car parks to home. Costa, all the Leeds United fans, needless to say, are staying exactly where they are because we've got 3 minutes of normal time left here, and Costa's on the edge of the area for Leeds United, and Hernandez is on the edge as well. In the D now, Pablo Hernandez plays in front of him, comes to Harrison, left foot, Harrison! Oh, just diverted over the crossbar. That was going in. And it was Byrne's challenge that pushed the ball up and over the top, and it's a corner kick to Leeds United. Whisker away from another goal.
I just expected that net to ripple right there. Just put his laces through it, did everything right, just got a little nick over the bar.
So corner kick to Leeds on the far side. This is another excellent opportunity for Leeds to keep the ball exactly where they want it, up in the Wigan penalty area, curled in. Harrison's behind it, it carries beyond Harrison, but he won't give up on the cause, and he has possession, and he has Morsy tight to him, but he's done brilliantly, and Morsy tries to bring him down and fails, and it's into the area to Cooper, and now the ref could pull the play back and give a free kick. On this occasion, he doesn't do that, but Leeds end up with a challenge on this near side, which pushes the ball over the touchline, and Wigan have a throw in, and Leeds are happy enough to see the 88th minute tick up on the clock.
Any time we've given the ball away today, Bryn, the work rate, the desire of your fellow teammates to get back in position, close the man on the ball down, it's excellent. And it's that team spirit they've spoke about all last season they had. They've got it this year.
Jamal Lowe suddenly gets a glimmer of something as he pushes up towards the edge of the penalty area. Oh, but Cooper has followed him all the way, and at the vital moment Liam Cooper steps in, intercepts, and as a result Leeds win good possession back and have the chance to go forward again, and they'll come again with Harrison on this left hand side. But there's no need to do too much of an extravagant nature at this stage, so Forshaw, he plays a long ball from this near side touchline to the far side touchline, where Costa picks it up now. He can attack. Hernandez in field, Costa gets it back again, edge of the penalty area. Leeds finishing this game strongly. 89 minutes gone, and still Costa in the penalty area, going for the byline, forces the corner kick, surely there. Oh, well, no. The final touch apparently was off Costa as it just bobbled over the byline, and it will be a Wigan goal kick, but we are close to the end now. Leeds are about to make another change. Shackleton prepares to join the action for the final couple of minutes. Don't think there's going to be too much to be added on. Substitutions apart, neither physio has been on in this second period that I can remember. The game's been played in a better spirit in the second half, in fairness. A little bit tetchy at times in the first half. We saw the red card, but everybody's calmed down just a little bit, and Leeds are edging ever closer now. Lowe again for Wigan, taken away from him, and it's cleared up into the Wigan half. Helder Costa's underneath it with a little header. The game is scrappy, but that still really now suits Leeds far more than it suits Wigan. Phillips more than happy just to loft the ball on the volley into touch near side, just about on the halfway line. Shackleton will come into the action now, and he'll replace Adam Forshaw, who will get rich applause for his efforts this afternoon as the board goes up for added time, and it indicates there will be 3 added minutes. So we were right in predicting that there wouldn't be too much to be added on. So Leeds already into that added time. Well in sight now of another excellent away win. Ball down the left-hand side. Naismith for Wigan Athletic. Back it goes to Morsy. Morsy has Shackleton in front of him. Has to go back. Tries to go forward. Shackleton is fouled surely there. Shackleton, shirt's been pulled again. Excellent. Still play continues, and ultimately Helder Costa it is who gets the free kick. And that's great work between Costa and Shackleton, because Leeds don't need to do anything other than that at this very advanced stage of proceedings.
It's been an excellent performance again, hasn't it, Bryn? Dictated from the first whistle to the last. And similar to the Nottingham Forest game in terms of restricting Wigan to hardly any chances. Just remember a little sniff they had from a corner in the first half, but apart from a couple of long-range free kicks, which, yeah, good saves from Kiko, but you expect him to make them. Apart from that, the back four worked ever so hard with Calvert in front and limited Wigan's attacking play, so very little.
So expect another capacity crowd in midweek. Has Helder Costa, can he put some icing on the cake? Now Dallas just outside the penalty area. Dallas on the left foot. Well, that was never really going to trouble David Marshall. All it does is sail into the midst of those noisy Leeds supporters. And it's returned to David Marshall. But I think the Wigan keeper knows the game is all but up here. He's not really hurrying to take this goal kick. And Wigan have a slightly forlorn look about them. No wonder either, because even before they'd lost the extra man to the red card in the first half, Joe Williams sent off, Leeds were beginning to build that platform, and it's been exploited pretty ruthlessly from that point on. Still defending to do. Lowe, surely a foul. No, nothing given, and it has to be a good challenge from Calvin Phillips to stop his goalward run, and he does brilliantly, Calvin Phillips, to make the second challenge, and then it comes off Lowe, and as a result it's a Leeds goal kick. But would have been contentious had Lowe carried on there. In terms of it appeared to be a foul in the build-up, but it doesn't matter because it's gone behind. It's a goal kick. Leeds can take it short inside the penalty area. Another rule change, of course, this season. Cooper has it back in that position now. Now Calvin Phillips. If we take a check on the watch that tells you there were just 20 seconds of added time remaining here. As Costa comes again right-hand side in the sunshine. Still going, ball at his feet. Ups the pace there. And it's a Leeds free kick, and that will see us home.
Yep.
And there's going to be another yellow card indeed shown to Morsy there. That's another in the totting up process, I think, as he's another combative midfielder. Got numerous yellow cards and one red last season. And now there's just one last opportunity for Leeds United, surely, to make this look an even more convincing victory. That they don't need it, and they're happy. That's it, final whistle goes. And the celebrations can begin. Leeds' unbeaten start to the season continues. It's a 100% record away from home because they've won at Bristol City, they've won at Salford, and now they've won at Wigan, and they've won well at Wigan by 2-0. Goal in the first half from Bamford, and the same player added in another one in second half from close range from a corner kick. And apart from that, Leeds pretty much dominated throughout. Wigan down to 10 men in the early stages after Williams was sent off. And Leeds capitalised in some style. Leeds are on the march. Wigan Athletic 0, Leeds United 2.
Excellent performance, Bryn. Like I've just said, from the first whistle to the last, dominated possession, dominated territory. Yes, Wigan had a man sent off in that first half, but I still believe they could have had 11 throughout that game and would have been too much for them, because the work rate everyone's shown off the ball was second to none. Mix that in with some of the one-touch play, the attacking movement. Look, Patrick Bamford's going to get all the plaudits, rightly so, for his 2 goals. But for me, Adam Forshaw, I thought he was absolutely different class. He's covered every blade of grass out there, been literally everywhere, defensive duties going forward. Look, the fans are giving a fantastic reception to all the players. Rightly so, them fans behind the goal, they've been massively entertained today. The players have left everything out on that pitch, and to me that's a performance as a top team. A performances where you need to come up against difficult opposition, where you come to a ground where predominantly they are quite strong at home, and mixing where you're playing against 10 men where it can be hard to break down. They stuck to the job ever so well. It's a massive credit to everyone out there today.
I mean, it's been a terrific afternoon. Then you get the little bit of frustration. You think back to last weekend, it could have been that 4 straight wins again, couldn't it? Really should have been that 4 straight wins again, like last season.
Yeah, it could and it should have been, but sometimes you don't get things you deserve in football, and that's what makes the Championship so special, because you don't get everything you deserve. You put everything into a game like last weekend. We didn't get the 3 points, but instead of being sorry for yourself, sulking about it, you go to a tricky game Tuesday night in the Cup, you turn them over with a clinical performance,